The first few minutes of a sales conversation decide almost everything. Not because of what's said, but because of what's felt. Customers subconsciously ask 3 questions. Is this person safe? Do they care about me? And are they here to hurt, win, or help? Trust is emotional before it is logical, and behavioral research consistently shows that trust is one of the strongest predictors of buying behavior, often stronger than price or product features. People don't just buy the best product. They buy the product from people they trust. Think about that. 2 companies offer the same service at nearly the same price. One salesperson feels sincere and attentive, and the other feels rushed and agenda-driven. The customer's brain doesn't do math, it does threat assessment. High-trust salespeople tend to show warmth and understanding, openness, optimism, calm confidence. Too much assertiveness feels controlling. Too little feels uncertain. Trust lives in the middle. Now picture 2 different entrances into a customer's home or office. One rep walks in stiff, scripted, and already halfway into a pitch. The other walks in relaxed and says, "Before we get started, I'd love to understand what's important to you." Same product, same company, completely different emotional experience. Which one lowers resistance? Low trust salespeople often interrupt, they dominate, rush, and as a result feel mechanical. High trust salespeople slow down, they listen, they don't posture, and they don't pressure, and here's where most companies miss. Trust building is not just a learned technique. It is driven by underlying traits like compassion, belief in others, optimism, and a moderated ego. That's why some people naturally create connection and others feel forced, no matter how much training they get. It's like dancing. You can teach steps, but rhythm matters. When companies hire without measuring trust-building tendencies, they gamble with their brand, their customer reviews, their referrals, their internal culture. Because trust doesn't just affect customers, it affects teams. That's because high-trust sellers don't poison your culture with defensiveness. They don't blame, they don't posture, they adapt. Rapport is not charisma. Let me say that again. Rapport is not charisma. It's concern for others. It's interest in them. It's emotional safety. And emotional safety sells. Customers who feel safe disclose more. When they disclose more, solutions fit better. When solutions fit better, objections drop. When objections drop, closing becomes natural. Trust compresses the sales cycle. This is why in the long term, companies that emphasize trust-based selling outperform companies that emphasize pressure-based selling. Pressure works short-term. Trust compounds. But you cannot train trust into someone who is naturally defensive, ego-driven, or control-oriented unless they are exceptionally coachable. You can only mask it temporarily. That's why hiring systems must predict trust tendencies in personalities, not just sales skills. You're not just hiring a closer. You're hiring a representative of your brand's emotional experience. If customers feel safe with your salespeople, they feel safe with your company. If they feel pressured by your salespeople, they feel pressured by your brand. They'll distrust your company, your product, and your sales reps. Trust isn't a soft concept. It's a measurable business driver. And rapport isn't a trick. It's a personality expression. Emotional safety sells, but there are only a few truly great sales cultures with outstanding reputations and great sales. Do you want one? Give us a call and we'll listen to where you are now, and we'll give you a new roadmap to great recruiting and coaching, and you will build an outstanding world-class sales force. Thanks for being here today. We'll talk to you soon.